Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. This is A Life Well Spent. My name is Kelly, and on this channel, I'm documenting my financial journey. Today's video is all about my June budget, so come on, budget with me. Okay, so this is my June budget. Income that I'm expecting is about $4,300 this month. It is more than usual, although it's less than last month. Last month was a 3-pay month for me. I get paid every 2 weeks, which means 2 months out of the year, I get 3 pays. Another thing that I can do every year, in my current position is sell back some vacation days. So we get, in our position, we get 20 vacation days. And in the very first year, I actually had some leftover personal days that I was able to carry over into the new contract. And I didn't realize, but every time I like went away or whatever, I had like 6.5 or 7 personal days because I got to carry some over and then I got new ones with my new contract. So I didn't realize it at the time, but every time I was going somewhere, I was using my personal days. And I remember getting this email from our HR at the end of the towards the end of the school year, saying, here's the form, fill out however many days that you want to sell back, and put your rate on. And ours are like, I think it's like $250 a day. So I was like, oh, I don't even know how many vacation days I have. So I emailed HR and said, hey, I'm trying to, because we at the time were having some issues with like our pay system. So it wasn't an accurate count. So the best way to get an accurate count was to email the HR folks. And so I was like, I want to kind of confirm how many days I have. And she emailed me back and said, oh, you actually have all 20 of your vacation days and you still have a day and a half of personal. I was like, oh my God. I guess I got to use some quick, right? Because we get 20, we can kick 10 and we can sell 5. So kick 10, I mean, kick to the next school year. So at this point, like, the contract was up in about a month. Our summer days are only 4-day weeks. And, there's a couple things we have to do to kind of wrap up the end of the year. So like that first week of June is hard to take days, at least the very beginning of the week. Like I could maybe jet out on a Thursday, depending on, how much stuff I get done. But I was, signing kids up for summer school and things like that. So it wasn't super easy to get out. And yeah, so I was like, well, I guess I'm kicking 10 days to next year. I will try to take 5 because I also have a personal day and a half. So suffice it to say, I've started every year with like 29 or 30 days because I got behind on taking them. So I can't really take 30 days in a year. I mean, I could for sure, but it's more like there's just so much to do. So for me to take like 30 days out of the year off is a little nuts. So anyway, be that as it may, I've been kind of playing catch up. So same boat this year. I have, let me see, if I kick 10, I've already got 4 planned. And including all of those and based on what I've already taken and selling 5, I still have 5 days I've got to use between now and the end of June. And realistically for me, June 22nd, because I'm taking the last week of June off anyway. Um, so, and I'm off like every Friday. So basically the second to last Thursday is when I have to take them. It's a fine problem to have, whatever. I'm not complaining about it, but just a conundrum for me at this point. So anyway, suffice to say, selling days back. And so it's kind of hard to calculate because they do take retirement out, they take taxes out and things like that. So it's not like you don't get the full 250. So I'm just kind of estimating. I thought about looking back at last year, but last year June was a 3-pay month for me, so that was no help, no help whatsoever. So 4,300, I try to estimate on the low end. So that's again more than I typically make, but here we're at. And you know what? Next month is going to be the same thing because our fiscal year contracts run from July 1 to June 30th. And that's where my contract runs from. So come July 1, I will either get a raise or not. I guess if I don't get a raise, pay will be the same. And If I do get a raise, it won't, so I have to adjust again. $105 from my mom. That goes to some things that we have that are shared expenses, different subscription services. We share a cell phone plan. She contributes $50, and I contribute $50 to a brokerage account for my niece. So it all comes out of that. Total income 4405. Now, mortgage 688.77. That is PMI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance all escrowed in. Pardon my reach, and I hope I don't like weirdly get too close to the camera, but I stupidly put my drink behind the camera. Electric 4372. Natural gas 3788. It was actually it got really warm in May, and then it got really chilly at times. Sewer $63, water $25. I just never really know when it's, the season to be watering things. So I just leave it at 25. And if I go under, I go under. Great. I think I actually just got the bill for that, and I am actually under, but the plan was this. Internet $58, cell phone $36.62, groceries $300. I went a little over that in May, which I haven't done my May wrap-up video yet, but you'll see that. Pretty much just because I was going out of town, and so I bought some things that were not cheap. But I didn't go too far over that, but I'd still like to stay under that. We'll see. We'll see how the month goes. It's summertime, so it's all time for like the fresh berries and all of the things that are delicious at the farmer's market. So life insurance, the life insurance payment does go out. I pay $7.50 quarterly, so it's going to go out this month. Gas $200, house and garden $25. That's just kind of random stuff that could pop up that I need for the house, like maybe I need to get some paper towels or this or that or whatever. That's kind of stupid because I have like probably still 3 years worth of paper towels in my attic. But anyway, it covers stuff like that. Like if I need to go out and buy dish soap or whatever, it's all in there. Restaurant $75. I'm actually considering cutting that back a little bit because most of my restaurant money gets spent at this place where I play trivia, and they are not doing trivia for the summer. So either we're going to find another trivia place and I'll have to keep it, or just cut it back. Fitness 4072. That is for my gym membership, which is mostly to swim with, I'll be honest. But I really do need to like get back into a routine and like go and lift weights and things like that. So hopefully that will change. One of my summer goals, I guess. Personal $100. I'm actually going to change that. Like, I think I can get away with 50 there. I don't know that there's too many things I'm going to go do. Miscellaneous $50. Always have a miscellaneous category. Why does that only say 50? There's my other 50. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I just like got those mixed up while I was typing. That makes a lot more sense. I usually do 50 with personal unless I have something specific that I know is coming up. Like I'll bump it during ski season if I know I'm going to go skiing. So anyway, yeah, brokerage, 50 comes from me, 50 comes from my mom. So we do $100. I put $70.83 into my brokerage fund. I've talked about this a couple of videos before, but I do that so that between that amount there, what I put into my HSA to max it out and what I put into my Roth IRA to max it out, that puts $1,000 a month into some type of savings and investing vehicles. So that's why that's a very random number. I would absolutely put more, and I will put more when I meet some of my other savings goals. But for now, like that gives me the even 1,000. I don't know what I'll do if increases go up. I feel like HSA goes up every stinking year. So if I can put another like $300 in HSA, I don't know if that will change what I do in my brokerage or not. We'll see. $500 to my Roth IRA. Mom stuff and work expenses are just basically if I travel and spend something, I have to get reimbursed, or I buy something for my mom because I'm out and about somewhere and she's going to pay me for it. We just kind of I just use those two to kind of keep track of what I've spent there, but I don't anticipate any work expenses, and I never anticipate buying things for my mother. Anyway, so on to the last category, and this is some of my savings goals right now. So my emergency fund, I'm looking at $1,367.38 to be able to put in there. I'm actually trying to, right now it has $13,516.13 in it, and I'm trying to get that to be $20,000. I want that to be $20,000. So that's going to be my original goal was to max out a lot of my sinking funds to a certain amount and then just kind of replace as I spend. The last one of that is my travel sinking fund. So if I put this money over there, I will be where I want to be, which is great. I'm replacing some money in my gift fund, which in retrospect, I probably should have put that up. Oh my God, my neighbor's cat is sitting in the window and staring at me. And was just joined by another cat. It's very weird. This cat was like black and it's sort of dark in the room. So I really just kind of saw like weird eyes staring at me, and it was a little creepy until I figured out it was a cat. Good Lord. I really didn't think about this, but I had a graduation gift I had to get for someone. So that was pretty much the amount that I spent on the gift. So had to replace that. And I bought somebody else a gift in there because it definitely wasn't that much money. It was like probably 225, every bit of like 220, 230. The others, my car insurance, $59, just do that every month. Nittany Lion Club, $17. I pay that out in December, well, in January. So it's $200 a year. I just put a little bit aside all year. And subscriptions, $155. I don't always pay out $155. I do a lot of things, like I save to do I pay for the whole year, and then you save for things. So I will have times where like hardly anything comes out, and then I will have times where like big chunks come out. So I just do it. Had in the past been equating to about 155 a month. And this comes for like, this is not just streaming services. Like there's not that many streaming services anymore. And we're actually canceling a lot of them. And I'm just going to kind of trade off and do like one or two at a time for the future, because can't really password share anymore. So there's no point. Like I don't mind having a bunch if I'm password sharing with people, because I'm only paying like to pay $25 a month and have like access to like 10 services, like no big deal. And I can watch what I watch when whenever I feel like it. But I don't know. It's to spend like $155 a month about on services when like you can't really watch them all at once. I figure it'll just be easier to have kind of one at a time, watch what I want to watch, cancel it, set up the other one, watch what I want to watch, cancel it as I go. So that's my plan. But a lot of them are, that is my mother. That's fun. I'm supposed to meet my mother. We're going to the farmer's market. So I'm going to finish this video up so I can go. She's probably calling me wondering where I am. So anyway, so the final thing, the final sinking fund for me was my travel sinking fund. And then I had to replace the money in my gift fund, but the rest of it going right into that emergency fund. And so for the rest of the year, basically when I spend out of any one of these funds, if I buy a gift for someone, if I have to go get something fixed on my car or whatever, I will put the money back in there. These three will always get paid out into there. And then any money basically that I've spent in my sinking funds will go back into those funds, and the rest will go right there at that emergency fund to try to max that to $20,000. I think I can get pretty close this year, provided that something major doesn't come up that like I need to get fixed in some way. But I'm thinking, now this isn't typical. I would probably have, I don't know, Let me pop out July. Did I put July in here yet? Okay. Typically have about $1,000 left over that I could do every month. So, this would, if I'm able to actually do all of this, what I'll do too is if I'm under budget anywhere, any of that extra money will all go in there. That'll give me $14,888. So 6 months shy. I do have a 3 pay month in there. Maybe, maybe I can definitely make it there if I don't have to spend out too much for other stuff, which there's never any guarantee that things aren't going to be breaking in my house or on my car or things like that. So, the possibility is definitely there. So that'll be exciting. I might have to just suck it up and not put any of my travel money back. That's probably going to be the thing that kills me the most because it's summertime. I want to travel. But anyway, that's my budget. It is a zero-based budget, which means every dollar has an assignment, whether it goes to savings, whether it goes to investing, whether it goes to expenses. But I want to have a plan for every dollar that I have. This is my budget for June. How do you guys budget? Do you do like this? Does this thing confuse you? I kind of like it like this because I feel like I can do totals better. Um, but I used to do like a tab for every month, and I am so far liking this better, but there's some things I don't love about it. I think there's probably ways to like simplify it, but I'm just trying something different. Are you a pen and paper type of budgeter? I cannot do that. That would drive me nuts to constantly have to like recalculate every category if I make an adjustment. Like I want something that's set up and I can kind of set it and forget it. Or if you don't do a paper pencil, do you do like an online thing? I know a lot of people use Mint, I think, but it's now gone. So they're kind of looking for other things. Some people use You Need a Budget. I did like a free trial of YNAB a while ago, and it was so confusing. I really like it was a real mess to follow. But at any rate, what do you use? Leave a comment, let me know, and then until next time, thanks for watching, guys.